Today I was looking at somebody's great YouTube of how they modified a vise to click into multiple different spots. And I thought, gosh, that's really smart. That would be really nice if I could do it. Now how they did it was drilling holes through here and putting a spring with a ball thing in it and grinding grooves into their bar on a lathe and stuff like that. This isn't going to come off. It's not. These end caps aren't screwed on. They're, I assume, formed as part of the metal or some kind of rivety goodness or whatever. They're not coming off, probably. But what I can do is I could cut a groove around here. I could then have a spring around this between the metal part and the crossbar that will press into the groove. That will stop it from sliding side to side. If I want it to slide side by side to get a bit more leverage, I can just push the screw, push the spring back away from the bar and pull it out. So for that to work, I need two things. I need a spring against this that will press into a groove on here. Just a coil of springy metal. And the other thing I need is a groove on here. The groove is the bit I'm not so sure I can do, so that's probably the part I should start with. And it seems to me that power tools are the way to do this. I'm thinking Dremel. Should I measure it? I might as well. Three and a quarter. Pretty much bang on then. So that means there's a certain amount of wiggle going on here. But that should be good enough. That should be good and solid. Let's see how well this works. May not work at all. I think it's working. Yeah, I mean that's made a notch. And it's not heat damaged at all that I can tell. So let's do that again. It's not perfect, it's not terrible. It will do the job, I'm pretty sure. I'm very confident, in fact, that it will do the job. If I could put another one on the other side, I'm not sure I need to, so I won't bother for the time being. Now, next problem is where the hell do I get some kind of spring that will notch into that will press against that? I need some kind of springy steel metal. Doesn't need to be steel, but I need some kind of springy thick metal coathanger wire. I'm not entirely convinced that the springiness of a coathanger will be sufficient to press against this and prevent it from falling. It could. I mean, I might have to cut the groove deeper, but I don't. It should work. It should work. We will see. Pliers. We will find out. I'll keep the screw on it. I'll be cutting it off later. There we go. That's plenty enough for a screw. I mean, enough for a spring. Oh, this is actually perfect because it has holes pre-drilled into the end here, which will be perfect for my porpoises. There we go. Now, with the wire stuck in the hole, you just twist this if it doesn't catch hold of the camera. And if this doesn't work, I can always use a tighter, thinner pipe, but I think this will be fine. Okay, that's about perfect. Excellent. Sheet metal snips, but they'll do the job. I hope. Well, let's get you out of there first. Now for a squeeze. Right, so what I've got after that twisting is a rough and ready kind of a spring, which is easily thick enough and long enough for what I want it for. So next step, I want to stretch it out a little bit. Boingy, boingy, boingy. It's got a decent amount of pressure in there, but it's definitely a little too long for what I want it for, so I'm going to have to chop it a little shorter. When you're boingying, you only really want maybe 5 rounds on there, don't you? I'll give you 6 and we'll see how you go. Bolt cutters would be better than metal sheet cutters. Both do the job. This is a 5-ish, and this is a also 5-ish, but I could make it 6 if I need to. So let's try with the 5. Hook it over the band, hook it over there. Now, in theory, if I just twist it on, oop, nope, it's come up on the wrong side of this bar here, so I could untwist it. Push it the other go. Now I can just screw it on. I wonder if I can just twist this around while holding this. Not easily, no I can't. Okay, so I see a problem with this already, and that is that this end here hooks onto this bar, and when I'm trying to turn it that way, it untightens the spring. That's less than ideal, but I can fix that by bending that a few degrees down, and it'll still do, in theory, the job. But you know what I'm already noticing? It works. I was expecting more tuning to be involved, but no. In fact, I don't even need to push the spring, it just holds it. It also holds it in any position I want. I didn't even need to put the groove in, really. So, the groove gives some nice positive, I can do this and not worry about it kind of stuff going on, but it's not needed. Perfect. I've been wanting that for years, just something that would do that, and watching this YouTube today of somebody doing it a really fancy way gave me the motivation to find a cheap and cheerful way of doing it. So that's great. Happy. Boingy, boingy, boingy.